Well, g'day everybody, how you doing? Here we are under the misty view of Mount Aberdeen. Come in to pick the SLM up today. Been a bit of rain. The road I thought would be pretty good except for this red shit. As you can see, all fun and games. There's the road and there's me truck off the road. Extremely slippery. I'm flat out walking on the shit. Very, very slippery. And as you can see, the truck's just slid off the crown of the road because it's a very high crown and into the drain on the side. I can't keep going. If I keep moving forward, I was actually getting drive, burning down into the dry stuff, but if I keep going I'm going to follow this spoon drain off here down the hill into the trees. So I've gone down and got the D6 that Pommy was supposed to load, and Steve will be here in a minute. We're going to hook a chain up and we're going to have to we're going to have to take the truck down. Once I'm loaded with the SLM, there's no way in the world I'm going to get out of here, so I'm going to have to be pulled out by the Dozier the whole way. So what was turning out to be an easy job is now turning out to be one hell of a hard job. You can see here where my steer tyres are just slid. Look at that, just greasy as all shit. So yeah, not fun. Sounds like the truck's coming. The boys will be here soon and we'll try and get out of this mess. Here we are, all hooked up, ready to go. I'll give Steve the call to go. Okay Steve, take up the slack. The park brake's on the side there next to your elbow. Rightio, I'm letting the clutch out. Just hang on a sec. Hang on a sec, rightio, the clutch is out. Turn back towards the road, Steve. You're pulling me straight over onto that side. You have to turn towards the road. Fucking where are you going? Rightio, head for the road. I'm down in the bloody drain. Steve's trying to pull me straight up onto the road. Rightio, the trailer's up on the road now. You can pull me up onto the road. Now, we'll be right up on the right side. After Steve pulled me out of the ditch and we got in here, I was able to turn around on my own, and we've loaded up all the equipment, the loose equipment, and we're going to try and get all the machinery, the dozer, the loader and all the gear out to the road, out off this property and actually load it out on the road. So I've got to get a lift back to pick up the SLM and hopefully get it out, no worries. But yeah, I don't know when I'm going to get back out in my truck again. I'll soon find out. Steve's up here with the Dozier waiting for me if I don't when I hit those slippery patches again, so we'll just see what happens. Hopefully we'll get out. Steve's actually using the grader to try and scrape away all the sloppy, greasy red stuff on top of the road. It might make it better, but then again it might make it worse. We don't know. As long as he's cutting down into the dry stuff, we should be alright. We'll just see how we go. Just walking along here now, just checking it, see what it's like. Steve's doing a pretty good job. I mean, I'm surprised how deep the wet goes, but he's digging down as much as he can without wrecking the road, and giving me the best chance possible. As long as I've got a bit of momentum, and these bits of dirt along the side off the blade, they'll stop me. Hopefully if I hit them, stop me from sliding sideways. So yeah, he's doing a good job. It's actually quite dry here, and you can see all the marks here where I slid off the road before. So no, he's doing a good job. Well, as you can see, things didn't go to plan. Steve tried to get moving, but he didn't get too far in my truck. Yeah, it's bloody boggy, it's wet, it's slippery. So we've hooked my truck back up to the Dozier, and I'm just going to leave it in neutral, take the brakes off, and I'm just going to get him to walk me all the way out, because there's another patch up that's even worse, a lot worse than this. So thankfully we only got 2 axles on the ground with the float, not as much resistance rolling. But yeah, then I've got to go back and get the SLM. So here we are, going to get pulled all the way out to the road by the looks of it.
Once I get you through this other ridge, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. I think, well, once we get up here, because it's going to be too slow, Les, if you want, get me through this shit up onto where I turn your truck around, and I'll drive, because it is actually a fair way to that next red patch, and then when I get to the red patch, I'll just stop and wait for you. I don't know whose big adventure it is, but it's just making it a couple of hours longer day, that's all.
Tommy and Troy's big adventure.
Welcome to Caterpillar World. Well, it's a bit noisy in here, guys, but I'm walking the SLM out now. There's no way in the world I would have got my truck out of here. I would have flat out getting out of here empty, let alone with 55 tonne on, and with 10 axles on the ground. It's just not going to happen, so I'm going to have to walk this out to the road, and it's a very slow process, because this only does about 4 kilometres an hour, 3 kilometres an hour, something like that. And I just hope it'll be able to get through all this red mud, because even though it's got tracks, they haven't got real big cleats on them, as you can see. And the tracks are 2 different widths, and that machine at the back there, I'm actually dragging along with me. It isn't driven, it's actually just like a trailer, and it has to be dragged along. So I hope I can get through. Well, we're nearly there. By the time I get back, Steve should hopefully have me dolly off and hooked up for me, and then we can widen the trailer and try and get this thing on without too much drama. Steve playing in the mud on the Volvo now, trying to load up his drop deck. All the fun we have.